That's right, you tuned in to another episode of the Lead and Be Legendary podcast. Oh man. All right, check. Y'all listening to another episode of Lead and Be Legendary, the podcast. I'm your host, name tag Alexander. Make sure y'all check out the website, leadandbelegendary.net. We on social media. You can just search on the platforms, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Just type in Lead and Be Legendary. You will see what pops up under either LABL Music or just probably Lead and Be Legendary. I more than likely might change the LABL Music just to strictly Lead and Be Legendary across the board. On the website, we do have merch. We got merchandise now. We got the official t-shirts, the black and white label logo, which can be found in the interlude video. Interlude is a track from the Hello Victory EP that is available now across all streaming platforms. It's produced entirely by Black Beethoven. The interlude video is shot by DDT. Make sure y'all go check that out. Anyway, we're going to get right into it. I'm going to introduce a producer, a music producer, a legend in the making, also a graphic designer, nice with the art. We're going to get right into it. We got Nameless on the line. What's going on, man?
What's good with you, man? What's poppin'?
I'm chilling, man. Like we was discussing before we really got started on the podcast, we were talking about, just, I guess how you more so got the name Nameless. Because I know when I was telling you I went on Tidal, I want to say when I found the last project that you just dropped, I went on Tidal and I'm like, damn, it's a lot of artists on here named Nameless. So
yeah,
how did you really?
Yeah, that's crazy. But my reason why I came up with the name, because back then, like years back, I was doing graphic designs on the side. You know what I'm saying? Doing flyers, banners, t-shirts designs, business cards, anything you could think of. So I was trying to think of a name for my company, and I was having a hard time coming up with a name, and I didn't want to name it something corny, like, you know what I'm saying, like Cotton Enterprises or Super Gab or some bullshit like that. So I was like, all right, so I'm going to just call it Nameless Designs. You know what I mean? So I was racking up on some clients, and, I would go out in public, and they'll notice me, and they'll be like, oh, Nameless, what's good, Nameless. So, like, I just took that and ran with it, and it was all she wrote from there.
Straight. So, like, from there, I guess because I was looking, I said, damn, how dope would it be if he actually just spelled it out like NMLS or even just like Nameless Designs or Nameless Beats. That could work, but then it's almost like some rebranded shit. And then if people just know you as Nameless, you might as well just leave it that way. I know for me personally, I put the Alexander after mine because just I got tired of that searching and just a bunch of people under name tag just popping up. I'm like, yo, songs.
Yeah.
Somebody just hit me up a couple days ago and they found something that was like in Japan. They're like, yo, this you? I'm like, nah, it's not me. You just got search name tag Alexander. Oh, okay, word. So I was like, I'm glad I did that.
Yeah.
Just on the strength of that. Now, you mentioned early before we got started about just like how you knew before you went to college, like that you you wanted to get into music, but also while in college you pledge. You're part of a frat. Explain like what the name, which frat it is, and like how this impacted life, like just during college and just like afterwards. If you could just briefly kind of like speak to that.
Kappa Alpha Psi, you know what I'm saying? That was back in fall 07. And the reason why I joined, because back in high school I had like an advisor that was pretty much like a father figure to me. You know what I mean? Like I could come to him for anything, because I ain't had no pops when I was growing up.
Word.
So he was like, whenever you got some questions, anything you want to get off your chest, just holler at me. I'm here. You know what I mean? He would drop me home after school. You know what I'm saying? After meetings and practice and all that stuff like that. And he's a dude. So
okay.
That's the whole reason why I joined, is because of him. You know what I mean?
Straight. And how do you feel like just being a part of a frat, like how it impacted life? Just, I guess I would say more so like after graduating, because, like those relationships last. like forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you're part of the brotherhood. So I got a couple homies that's players. So I know like you meet. It's just relationships, and that's pretty much just in general as you maneuver when you're a part of the business. Period, especially in entertainment, like just kind of having those relationships with just people that's pledged. You know what I'm saying? You look at athletes like shit, even Martin Luther King pledged. You know what I'm saying? Like, just people like that. It's like, damn, like, so it's something that's real strong. But how do you feel like that impacted life in general for you?
I mean, I feel like they get you ready for the real world. I mean, when I say the real world, I say like, I mean that as far as like when you're done with school, like pretty much when you're done with school, that's when real life happens. That's when the real shit come in, like marriage and kids and careers, jobs, finances. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean when I say like the real world. You know what I'm saying? Like when you grown up, like they pretty much help you mentally be prepared for it. In a nutshell,
In general, that's real, man.
Pretty much.
So Clear Soul Forces, I per se, I came across them through your production. My first song that I heard from them, I want to say was the Knuckle Up. Ooh, man.
Oh yeah,
fire.
Yeah.
What was that on? That was on one of their projects or your shit?
Yeah, it's on both of our shit. It appeared on my project first, Beats Original 3.
Okay.
It appeared on that first, and then they put it on their the limited edition project.
Yeah, that shit was hard.
I forgot the name of it, but yeah, that's how it started. That's how it started off.
And y'all had some joints on that last one.
They was going to put it on their debut album, the Detroit Revolutions.
Okay, I remember that.
But I think because I put it on my Beats Original 3 joint, I think they was just like, all right, we just gonna put it on the this limited edition joint or whatever.
Tight. Shout out to them, man. They doing their thing. Like Novelist, man. I tell people all the time, like, hey, he's a ninja, dog. Like he's a real ninja, man.
Hey, for the viewers that actually follow this guy or don't follow him, please follow him.
He's into that shit heavy. Like
he be taking videos of himself like in
got the nunchucks.
I swear I be looking at another like fucking Bruce Lee with dreads, dog.
I'm like, yo, he rapped though. I said, man, he really be the nunchucks and everything, like going at it, dog. It's not funny, but it's funny because it's like, yo, you really invested in this shit, dog. I'm like, that nigga a ninja, dog. He kicked somebody's ass, bro. Like,
yeah, and like he reminds me of you know what he remind me of? He remind me of Afu Ra.
Yeah, yep. And then Lupe in a sense, because Lupe is really into that shit.
That's what he remind me of.
I would say him, Lupe, because Lupe is like heavy off into that shit. And another person he remind me of, I was like, yo, RZA can rap. But if RZA really had like bars, like I mean, like going like that's Novelist, like that style, it's like he's on beat, but it's like off beat. I don't know how he do this shit. He cold.
Yeah, that's definitely take me back to the RZA, the 94 RZA though. You know what I mean?
The funny thing is, and this is news right here because I never really like said it to nobody. I was gonna try to get him on. No, my intent was to get him on Interlude, the Interlude joint that's on the EP, because I say a line like he's so into. It's funny how inspiration work. Like he's so into that Dragon Ball Z shit that we talk about online. Like I used to be into that. Like I haven't really had time to keep up with it. I know you got the Dragon Ball Super out or whatever now.
Yeah, but, too many Dragon Balls.
It's a lot, and the episodes be long. I lost track. Niggas take forever to like fight. It be too long. I ain't got time for it.
Oh shit! You know it's a video game coming out too, right?
What for? Talking about Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
No,
it's a new fighting game called Dragon Ball Fighters, and then instead of the S, they changed it to a capital Z or whatever.
That's dope.
But yeah, I mean, look at the previews, man. It comes out next. I think first quarter next year or some shit.
Yeah, see, I ain't kept up with that shit. It's so long, man. Me and my cousin E, we used to like really live for that shit, like waiting, like every episode. Last time I remember keeping up with that was when they were fighting. It wasn't Majin Buu, Cell. It was fighting that big green nigga Cell or whatever. I remember that. Like,
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
waiting.
yeah. That's still.
Took him forever to fight. I'm like, that shit is like crazy. But
No, it took it. No, that's how it was with every villain. It take them like 3 episodes to get like at least 2 punches in.
Find out
or
next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Them niggas start talking shit again.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Come on, dog.
But I say a line in interlude where I say I'm Super Saiyan off. Please do not bother me while I'm sharpening my Gensus. I'm Super Saiyan off eating a handful of sensus. And like right there is when I was gonna send him the track and like, you know, have him like, you know, either we link up or he send a verse back or whatever, and he just pick up from there and just snap. And then I got so into the song that I never completed it. I just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just go ahead and just, you know, finish this off with my verse instead of sending it to him to complete. But yeah.
That's the dope ass bar. I mean, he probably still fuck with it though.
Novelist, you was supposed to be on there. I don't know if you heard it or not, but if you have, you just know, or if you listen to this podcast, you were supposed to be on interlude. But I just kept spazzing. Now, street corner music. That's big shit, man.
Yep. Shout out to House Shoes.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to, man.
Uncle Shoes. That man a workaholic.
Man, bruh. Ever since I've been out here in Cali, like I visited his crib and he got stashes of just goodies just waiting to be released.
That's crazy, man. Like, how did that happen? Like, all I know, what shit we put out for Namesake, that was what, like 2013.
Yeah.
I look up and out of nowhere, because did this happen before the Fab 5 album with Clear Soul, or was this after with the with Street Corner?
Shit. That's a good question. I want to say before the Fab 5 thing.
Okay.
Because the thing is, like, he already had like hand-picked beats of mine, ready to go or whatever, and he released it. He started his label. I want to say 2012 or 2013, one of the two. And my project was the very first joint that he released through the label. And I want to say the Fab 5 joint came like later on, because the Fab 5 came out in April.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I think I think Fab 5 came out first. Yeah, Fab 5 came out first, and then the Street Corner Music thing came out. Because Street Corner Music came out in like the fourth quarter.
Okay.
For the year.
How how did this relationship come about? I'm pretty sure you knew of House Shoes. I'm quite sure he knew of you, but like how did this work? Like, was it you reached out to him, he reached out to you?
Man, same thing with Clear Soul Forces, man. Twitter working mysterious ways.
Hey, man, Twitter.
I think with him, I reached out to him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And yeah, he knew of me. You know what I'm saying? Because of like Marv 1 and Miss Corona, and shout out to Marv 1 and Corona, by the way.
Word up.
Yeah, he knew of me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he shared a few of my joints here and there. So I reached out to him. Like, I was like, yo, I got some beats for you if you want to take a listen or whatever. And he was like, yeah, all right, go ahead, send them. So I sent him like a few joints, and like I'll never forget this day. Like the main beat that blew his wig back was the Dilla Nice joint.
That's the shit. We did a Celebrate remix to that, I think.
Yeah. I put the Celebration acapellas on that beat.
Okay, that's it.
I sent him the instrumental of that, and that motherfucker went crazy. I think he called me like the next hour, like, bro, we gotta talk.
Told you, man, legend in the making, man. It's only a select few, man. It's like that are like just different. You know what I'm saying? Like the animals. You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of animal. And I'm gonna get into why I say that. I ain't gonna speak on it yet, but more so near the end of this episode. But like you, J.R. Swift's, just different, man. And speaking of which, the people have been talking. Streets have been talking, man. Not when I say streets, I mean me. I'm talking about me.
I was about to say what they've been saying, bro.
I want to see I wouldn't be mad at an Instagram battle, man. He throwing them subs, man. I think he talking to you, man. When he be posting these, hey Swifts, man. I know you listening, man. I think he talking to you, Nameless, man.
You been instigating that for the longest.
he been.
Hey, I mean, I'm with it. Hey, I'm with it. I don't mind because actually, to be honest, I did that with Elijah Day. I was Instagram battling with him a few years back, and that was going on for like I think like 3 months or whatever.
Hey, the people need to see it. They need to see it. He doing these little Instagram clips, man. He throwing that heat on there, man. I'm like, yo, he talking to Nameless, man. He calling you, dog. He calling you out, man.
He gonna. I'm with it. I mean, but if I do it, I'm gonna have to do it like on the weekends and shit when I'm free or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not if I'm not on the road, stuff like that for work and all that. But I mean, I'm with it. You know what I mean? I mean, because the shit was fun when I did it with Elijah Day.
Word.
Motherfuckers was feeling it. So
we talked, and I was like, man, we thought of an idea to like mash all of it together, like you, him, and me for name's sake. But I was like, I don't know how. It was like we already solidified what we had with the first one, and then me and him, we had the Metal Letter project. I'm like, I don't know if it would really, you know what I'm saying? But I like, we can figure something out. But that'd be crazy, man. Like have you have him, man, dude. People ain't ready for it.
I mean, a little joint with me and him co-producing. That'll be dope.
I'm like, could that even be? That has to be an entity separate in itself. But like,
that has to be like a main new, like fresh joint. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Like that'd be crazy. I'm like, or maybe even throw another MC in the mix. Just be like a 4-man crew. Man, we saying too much already, man. They ain't ready.
Man.
We giving too much, man. They ain't ready for that. They ain't ready for that. Hey, shout out to J.R. Swifts. Man, you got a baby girl now, man.
Man, 1-year-old. She already acting like she grown, bro.
Man. That's scary, man. Like that it's a great feeling, but it's scary too. It's like, man, how is that? Like, what is that, man? Like,
I know when I had my son, you know what I'm saying, little Nameless. It's like, well, with him being a boy, it's kind of more like comforting, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like I could actually teach him what I know from the years I've grown up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like when you got a girl, it's like you can't teach them certain stuff that a woman can teach them. You know what I'm saying?
It's like with a son, like I don't even got a son. I feel like I know if I had a son, it'd be like you kind of know he good. Like you good, you gonna be all right. You straight out here. Like a little girl, man. Niggas out here is creeps and everything. That's like
right.
Like dog.
So that adds on to the nervousness. You know what I mean?
That shit wild, man.
So it's like when you grow up, when she grow up, it's like you can't keep that chain on her. It's like
nah.
No matter how bad you want to, you can't keep that chain on her. I mean, she's gonna do what she want to do.
And you know, like with a daughter, it's like you like, damn, you need a mama. You need the mama around. Like the mama, some sort of like strong female figure, a woman figure that's in their life, period. Because, man, I could imagine. I'd be like, dang, God forbid, like, my daughter's mom, she was not here, you know what I'm saying? I'm calling somebody instantly, like, hey, I need somebody to stay here with me. I can't do this, like, solo, like, this for real, like, anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, pull somebody off the street, like, hey, you know what to do here? Like, you know how to do this shit? Like, that shit crazy, man.
Going to the store, buying tampons and shit, like feeling weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me get some of those. Like, who's this for? That's my daughter. She, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Yeah, like, hey, don't worry about it. You know what I mean?
The sex talk, like, what do you like? You could talk to your son easily. Like, hey, look, this is what you need.
Oh man,
you got. Don't mess with these type of chicks. You know, look out for them. Psh, man.
That's gonna be a whole nother level.
It's way harder. It's way harder with a woman. I'm pretty sure it's harder with a daughter. It gotta be like, cause you gotta explain so much.
It's definitely gonna be hard. I already see it, man.
Girls, women love hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you got, man, shit. I didn't even think about none of this really until like as
Yeah,
a
I'm gonna have
recent.
to.
Like, damn.
I'm gonna have to huddle up with her mom's. Like, listen, you talk to the daughter about that, and I'm gonna talk to the son about something, dog.
Yeah, man. That shit crazy, man. And it's like the world is so like crazy now. So it's like really, I don't know if I think I'm good. I don't know if I want another. I was like, man, I want a son. I don't know. I think I'm straight. I don't think I need not another.
Yeah, two is enough for me. A boy and a girl. I'm good.
I'm just seeing shit, man, like how the world move and how people move in the world now. I'm like, man, social media. Who's to say how this shit gonna be when they get older? So it's like,
Exactly.
I'm good, man. No thanks.
And then especially how like the mentality these young cats, or because like the young people, they be they go to like YouTube and like Instagram and all that stuff for knowledge now, which is
Yeah.
kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And if you go on there on social media, all you see is like ignorant shit nowadays.
Everybody got an opinion on social media. Oh man, that shit. Yeah, I think
So
I'm good.
of course, they're gonna adapt to that and be like, oh, so this must be the knowledge that motherfucker that I'm supposed to be learning. You know what I mean?
And I
So
think, and it probably would have been that way like back when we was in school. We just didn't have access to that shit like that. That's all.
exactly.
Like they even say, like another thing you see people say all the time is, man, these new rap niggas or these new celebrities and shit. Man, it wouldn't have been like this back in the day. It was like, nah, it probably would have. They just didn't have access to this back then. Like when they say,
Yeah.
like they was, man, if Tupac, man, if Twitter and Facebook, he might have been like, or Biggie, or I don't know. We can't say because they not here. We don't see how they move now. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But back then, like niggas was young. So who's to say
Yeah.
like how they would have been? You know what I mean? Niggas probably would have
Right.
been wilding. You know what I'm saying? Like the stories we hear now, niggas would have been on social media fooling.
Yeah, motherfuckers probably would have been doing the money phone back then.
Hell yeah. Like the niggas was doing it, we just ain't got pictures of it. That's it.
Right.
Ain't no instant pictures of it out there. Yeah.
Right.
What's your take on like just marriage, man? Period. Like nowadays, man. I got like younger cousins. I got nieces that's young. So it's like you what's the take on that now, man? Like I hear.
It's definitely an experience. It ain't no walk in the park. You know what I mean? Like you gotta. I feel like marriage. You really gotta be like on your shit if you in it for the long run. That is. You know what I mean?
Word.
Like I feel like you can't be like because nowadays I feel like nowadays motherfuckers get married like it's some high school. All right, we boyfriend and girlfriend. All right, bet peace. You know what I'm saying?
All right, bet. Bet it up.
Yeah, and then like a few months later they get divorced and shit. Like I feel like motherfuckers nowadays get married just for that good old tax shit
just for
at the end. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I had a relative tell me that. Like the only thing that they can give me was, hey man, it's good on taxes. Like that's it. That's all you got. like I'm pretty sure it's more than that. like damn. You know what I'm saying? Like this
yeah,
that's your only rebuttal?
Everybody say that. Everybody got that old saying that it's cheaper to keep her, which is true. It is definitely true. Cause I mean, cause I'm divorced now, but
Word.
but me and her, we cool now, and we still talk, and we still keep in touch. You know what I'm saying, for the kids' sake. But when people say it's cheaper to keep her, that shit is definitely true. You know what I mean? Because the whole divorce stuff, like everything costs. Like that divorce shit ain't cheap at all. You know what I mean?
That's wild.
And then a child support come in. Ooh, boy.
It's almost like it ain't. It's almost like if you do divorce or like you ain't or you don't stay with the person that you or the mom or whatever like that. It's almost like it ain't designed for you to win. Like that shit is kind of like wow, man.
Yeah, pretty much like college. You know what I'm saying? After you done with school, after you divorced with college, you still gotta pay that dough. You gotta pay them loans.
Yeah, they coming for you.
So that's another way to look at it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said before, like marriage is definitely an experience. Like if you gotta have your mind right, you gotta mentally be in it to win it. Like I mean, as cheesy as it sounds, I mean, but it's true.
It's like,
You know what I'm saying?
I think, like, I've been in a very, very long term relationship. You know, we got a kid out of it. You know what I'm saying? But it seemed
Right.
like with marriage, you would probably just have to like know you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think even with me, like, and I don't share this much. Like, we engaged, but like people always like, when the wedding, It's like we paused it. You know what I'm saying? We just had to pause that shit. Like, hold on, wait a minute. Kid
Yeah.
coming to the picture. And kids, in a way, and this is not saying it in a bad way, but it complicates things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, like, now your focus is here. You ain't got time to really be focused on a wedding. You know what I'm saying? My child
Yeah.
has ASD, and it's moderate. So it's like that's time consuming. That should take a lot. So, you know what I mean? Like, so when people, I just feel like it's a lot of people that probably get married, like we spoke to earlier, like it's just based on traditional standards. Like, oh, you know, my parents were together this long, they got married, or you shouldn't wait. It's like, nah, just wait. Like, learn you first, though. I think that's what's important. Like, you definitely have to know who you are. Because
Right.
9 times out of 10, you jumping in relationships, you almost like living for somebody else. And
Yeah.
because we hear it all the time. You hear people say, like, when they out of a relationship, I lost myself. I lost who I was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, get in a relationship knowing who you are already, so you don't have to lose yourself. Because not most of the time we're young as hell getting in relationships and we don't know who we are. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, take that time to figure that shit out. Or even if you negotiate it while within a relationship, like, yo, I need to know me. Like, I know a lot about you. You know a lot about me. We good together, but damn, it feel weird because I don't know me all the way yet. You know what I'm saying? I need to figure out me. That's the most simple way I can put it. You know what I mean? Without really going off on a tangent.
You gotta know yourself with other beings involved. You know what I mean? Because it's like when there's other beings involved, it's not about you. It's not about you no more.
Yeah.
Especially with a kid involved, it's definitely not about you.
Oh, and nigga, when you hit them 30s, when them 30s creep into the picture, because you got me about like a year or two, couple years, nigga, like, oh, you really, that's when life happened. All that in your 20s and shit, nah, life ain't happening yet. Not quite yet.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite yet.
Yeah.
Your 30s. That's when.
Yeah, when the 30s hit, when you in the 30s, that's when the real life hit, knocking on your door. Like, all right, I mean,
man, I'm thinking shit different.
Get ready.
Shit, I'm looking at shit completely different. Like, just thinking like, damn, why they tell us this when we was younger? How come this shit ain't like the? Hey man, hold on, like somebody lied. You know what I'm saying? You just trying to think like they lied to me about this shit. Look, maybe they just ain't know. Maybe they ain't know what they was talking about. They just kind of like swept it under the rug. I'm just at this point, I'm kind of like unlearning everything.
Yeah,
like,
or you know what it is, or you know what it could be. They probably did tell us, and then you know like that, how some motherfuckers they be like, you'll understand when you get older.
Yeah,
I think that's the phase we're in.
They ain't tell you what the fuck it was though.
We finally understand it when we get older. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they ain't tell you what you was gonna understand. They just like, you know when you get older. You think you know. You think you're grown.
Right.
You know when you get older. What will I know though? And I'm figuring all that shit out. Like, damn, this the shit they was talking about. For real. Like that credit, all that shit. One of my brothers used to always like preach about credit to us all the time. We would laugh like, here he come. You about to talk about credit. Shit. Till you get older and you realize your credit need to be right.
Should've listened.
This shit better be decent. You ain't gonna be able to get this. You ain't gonna be able to get that. You know what I'm saying? All that shit important, man. That's crazy, man. Being an adult it's kind of whack, man. I ain't gonna even like this. This shit ain't sweet. Like, wait a minute, like what? Well, I had to ask myself. I said, was I when I was younger? Was I in a rush to be an adult? Was I the one saying I can't wait till I'm grown? I like no, I wasn't. Like this. Wait a minute, how did this shit happen? That shit crazy, man.
I don't think I was either. I think I was just chilling.
I'm like, I got cheated, man. Hold on. Like, nigga said I was just chilling. Like, I was just minding my business and shit. And then they come with adulthood.
Yeah.
Yep.
Two of them. You know what I mean? So
yeah, man. Shit,
it
wow.
is what it is. I mean, I'm gonna make the best of it or whatever.
Yeah, you got to. So like aside of that, man, because we went off on a tangent, but that's real shit, man. That's the nature of the podcast, man. Like, who's some artists you want to work with, like in the future?
Oh man, it's a lot of motherfuckers I want to work with. And it's some people that I want to work with again. Like I want to work with Marv One again. I want to work with Black. I want to work with T3, Elzai, Royce.
I think that shit gonna happen.
Let me just go ahead and just say Detroit niggas, man, because I'm gonna fuck around and say a whole lot of Detroit artists.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just because of the hometown love and shit. But so I'm gonna just say all the Detroit niggas. I want to fuck with them again. And let's see, outside of Detroit, Mad Lib.
Yeah, that's your guy. Yep.
What's them niggas' name that got signed to Shady? Conway, Westside Gun.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. That's up your alley too. The whole Griselda movement, flat out.
Griselda
Records.
Not bad.
Them niggas is grimy, nigga. Like you can't listen to that and not want to just like throw on some dusty Timbs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you just like, damn, this shit is.
That shit take you back to the old school locks, the old
school
50,
definitely. Yup.
Fucking anything street that you can think of, but that's them niggas.
Them niggas might be more shit 50 and it was street, but I think these niggas might even be more street than that.
They actually remind me of Mobb Deep.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Them niggas from like Buffalo too.
That's that. They give me that Mobb Deep feel. You know what I mean? So,
yep. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
I want to work with?
Speak that shit into existence. Oh yeah, Blue. Yeah.
Man, we'll be here all night naming motherfuckers I want to work with, cause
it can happen, man. I see that shit happening. You got a following, so it's not like, you know what I'm saying. You post some shit, niggas is on it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I'm definitely grateful for that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But also, it's like, because nowadays, it's like, when motherfuckers get, like, eyes on them, like, cats, like, they tend to get on that cocky shit, and I'm just trying to make sure I don't be on that type of shit, you know what I mean? Like, I want to remain on that humble shit.
And that's when you make your best shit, too. You know what I'm saying? Once you get up there, you'll be like these more, niggas with a name, I guess I should say, that we see with these crazy ass rollouts, you know what I'm saying, for their projects, man. Like, it's all type of extra shit, man. It ain't like, well, what the fuck is going on? Shit we shouldn't even care about. Like, just drop the music, man.
Exactly.
I don't even want to do like no type of rollouts no more, promotion like for music, because it's like you gotta really be on some extreme shit, like just for people to stay on people's radar. Damn near. You know what I'm saying? It's like, just drop the music, man. Fuck it. People fuck with it, they gonna fuck with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like, celebrities do that now. Like, motherfuckers don't even promote shit no more. They just put it out.
No, it's just,
like,
it's out there.
Kendrick did it with the Pimp a Butterfly.
Shit, because how did he do it with Damn? When he did Damn, I think it was like he did the Heart Part 4. That shit came out.
He did like a little pitch of a promotion, like a little buzz to let niggas know, like, I'm coming with some new shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, that Heart, and then I think he did like one single, and that was it.
It was the Heart, it was a video, and then the album came out.
Yep, that was it. He ain't even promoted that much.
It was like, that's how it need to be, because he got a following enough where they gonna jump to it. Like, all that extra shit, man, niggas is doing nowadays. It's like, man, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Just drop the music. That's all we care about.
Right. Like, cats don't even do that. And actually, have you seen that Eminem shit?
Yeah, man, that shit is crazy, right? Like, I'm like, is this?
Bro, dog, it don't get no genius than that shit, dog.
Like Royce posted it.
I thought that was like a regular ass fucking ad on YouTube or whatever. But when I saw the shit and when I paid attention to it, and then I seen like the logo with the backwards E.
Yep.
Because
like, Royce posted this shit
Eminem
first.
Shit, bro.
I seen when Royce posted. I'm looking at. I'm like, damn, somebody to hack Royce page, man. He posted some regular shit you see.
I see him post the shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
You know what I'm saying? In the back of the paper, I looked at it again. I'm like, Revival, and I saw the backwards E. I said the albums to myself. I'm like, Relapse, Recovery, Revive. Man, this nigga's a genius, dog. Like I was like, man, how did they just think of this shit, dog? It's crazy. And I think, in a sense, I think that he trolling, saying like what we were just talking about, like how these high profile celebrities be having these little ignorant dumbass rollouts for their music, and he'd be like, he probably just like, yo, I'm trolling y'all. Like my rollout is just some like regular ad shit, and it's just an E in there, and this name of my album is like this. It's basically, I feel like he trolling, like saying like y'all rollouts, it don't even have nothing to do with y'all music, like. But it's like so genius how he did it to me. Man, that's crazy, man. I'm ready to hear the album now. I'm like, all right, that's crazy, that's dope.
And he got that mysterious beard too, man. This album's gonna be a beast, though.
Hell yeah. Shit, what's your well, you mentioned, I know you said Madlib, so that's probably a given, but like who is your top 5 favorite music producers?
All right, top 5, because I definitely got a top 5. I got like a whole lot of favorite producers. But number 1, I mean, you already know Dilla, rest in peace.
God bless the dead.
Madlib, that's 2. Black Milk, 3. Flying Lotus, 4, and
Cold.
Ninth Wonder would be the 5th one.
Whoo! That's a lineup right there, man.
Yeah, that's a dream team lineup, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Somebody just did, man, all somebody got to be like is they got like a 10-track album, and each of them got like 2 songs on there. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, and then the reason I got Ninth up there, because you know he started off with the Fruity Loops.
Yeah,
he made Fruity Loops popular. Though I don't think any other producer would make Fruity Loops popular like that.
No,
he the reason I started fucking with Fruity Loops. That's crazy.
No, I agree. Just the shit he got on Rhapsody album alone, and then you know his work on Damn, like his work in general. Like Ninth the Beast, man. I probably heard Ninth first on probably the Black album. That was my first time. I'm like, I heard the beat. I'm like, damn, this beat hard. Like, who did this? This is like some Primo shit, but it ain't. It got a little splash of Dilla in there. Like, who is it? And when he was like Ninth Wonder, I'm like, somebody like, that's the producer. He just shouted him out. I'm like, oh shit. Like, from there, it was just, the rest was history.
Yeah, and to be honest, that Wannabe that you talked about, that ain't even his best shit. Like his well, to me anyway, like his best shit was like when he was working with Lil Brother.
Yeah, oh hell
you know
yeah.
What I'm saying? When he had the whole Justice League back in the day.
Hell yeah.
Like,
The shit he got, I think to me one of his coldest beats, man. And I know he got some cold shit, but this is just one of my favorites. I ain't gonna say one of his coldest, but this is probably one of my favorites. The Think Good Thoughts, the joint for Drake, with Elzine, man, with what was it, Fontaine Elz out there? How you flip that Sweet Love?
Yeah,
man, that shit is fire.
Yeah. I heard that. Yeah, that's
we know what you think in love. That he's sweet. All of this shit is hard, dog. Shit is crazy. I might have to listen to that, man.
My favorite joint, you probably haven't heard of it. It's a joint by the artist called Medium, and it's called Comfortable. And he used the Luther Vandross flip. I think what's the name of the song for Forever, for Always, for Love. That's the Luther Vandross joint, and he flipped that. Yeah, and then I actually flipped it because he flipped it. You know what I mean?
Knife nasty, man. He nasty with it. So you got Beats Original, Volume 4. It took a minute though. Well, while the hiatus.
And that's the last one, bro.
You ain't doing no money, ain't gonna be no Volume 5, no Volume 26.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a 5, dog. I think four of them is enough, bro.
This is a good way to solidify
I
it, though.
I was going to stop at 3, but it was a lot of motherfuckers asking like, man, when that 4 coming out, but it's like,
Yeah, because it's the intro on there. You saying like it might be a 4, it might be a 4. Like,
yeah. I was at I was actually at A3C
because I remember that
Clearstone Forces,
Yep.
and I was being interviewed. You know what I'm saying? By my homegirl out in Cali. She go by Special.
And that was like 20. That might have been like 2012, maybe.
Yeah, it had to be in like around that time.
Because I think either Good Kid, Mad City may have dropped by then, or was about to. I remember that interview because it was around that time. Like I'm the type I gauge the year around the album that came out. But yeah, I remember. All right, I gotta interrupt the episode because unfortunately, while I was making the edits to this episode with me and Nameless, I ended up somehow deleting the last portion of the conversation when we were talking about Beats Original Volume 4. Don't know how I did it, but I ended up deleting it permanently, and I rebooted my system. Fucked up part about it is I can't get that part back. So, yeah, my bad, y'all. I fucked up. On another note, Beats Original Volume 4 from Nameless is available across all platforms where you can stream and purchase music. That is not limited to Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Bandcamp, SoundCloud. Deezer is another one for y'all overseas cats. Make sure y'all check it out, man. It's dope. My personal favorite on there is the Nobody's Flip, where you flip the Keith Sweat sample. I'm going to add this at the end of this, so y'all can check that out. Make sure y'all repost this episode. Y'all know, Lead and Be Legendary Podcast. The hashtag is LABL Podcast on SoundCloud. If you got the Apple Podcast app, you can check us out there. We're also on Stitcher, Mixcloud, and a couple other apps I forget at the moment. Anyway, website, leadandbelegendary.net. Make sure you cop some merch. We out.